comic book fans, Lawrence E. Gibbs here for Comics, Cons, and Beyond, and I'm across the street from the San Diego Convention Center where just 3 weeks ago, and I know you can't tell by looking at it now, 3 weeks ago, this was a hub of activity, fandom from all walks of life, a literal hive of activity for the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con Convention. That's right, celebrating 50 years downtown here in San Diego. Everything from superheroes to gaming to movies to collectibles, everything that you could possibly want. And if you weren't here, well, here at Comics, Cons, and Beyond, we're going to bring it to you in our 2019 San Diego International Comic-Con wrap-up. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hello, this is Adam coming to you from Comics Con and Beyond with Fresh Off the Press. I'm standing to you now, obviously in front of the lovely downtown convention center in San Diego, and I want to take a moment to talk to you about new titles launching from our lovely publishers. Even though Comic-Con has changed what it means to be a comic and anything at this convention, they're still producing excellent content. So thank you. So amongst this new launch, most excitingly already announced has been there's going to be 6 new titles in this launch. Now, leading this project in art space is Lionel Yu, who's an excellent, skilled, talented artist. And Hickman is going further to say that after these initial 6, there's still more to come. So, please keep reading and enjoy this new launch and new destiny, new direction of all the X-Men and what it can bring to us. So, on the DC side, Batman now is announcing, or I should say announcing, but more celebrating his 80th year in production. 80 years of comics, 80 years of influencing the field, 80 years of honestly just being the Dark Knight and rocking it. So, to continue was Batman in and of himself has been constantly changing the field and influencing everyone and honestly raising the bar. From what you see of the relaunch of the dark and gritty superhero movies, it kind of started with him, but you know, leave that up to your opinion. I'm totally right, but that's fine. Now, as you know, one of my favorite things to discuss in this little segment is always the concept of new comic books and new titles being launched. And to begin this, I'd like to bring up a very interesting one, I think, because it has a very interesting perspective, called Bad Weekend. This comic will focus on something very interesting from Ed Brubaker. It is focusing on what it is like actually inside the industry, focusing on both conventions and the story of a very interesting character and their experiences in the industry trying to succeed and what kind of life you're leading by working with this exciting and also frustrating field. So a little bit off the subject of comic books is something I thought they may have missed a lot of people's review is that there's a film coming out called The Kitchen. Now, The Kitchen has one interesting little fact about it, which is, of course, it's based off of a comic. Now, I personally thought that was going to be based off Hell's Kitchen, but it's actually not a DC or Marvel Universe thing. It is actually Vertigo. Now, Vertigo has made some interesting films, but usually their titles aren't selected. Just so you know, the baseline of this idea for the comic book, or I should say now the film, is that several wives end up taking over an Irish mob in New York, which is honestly, it seems like it could be kind of cool. The actresses that are portrayed in the film are usually in a little bit more funny roles, but this one I feel like they're going to be brutal and funny. So I'm honestly pretty excited to see that. I just wonder why it was, honestly, not much talk about in the comic book field. It is a Vertigo, so we'll see how that turns out. A little bit more in comic book news from Marvel, who, you know, I tend to favor sometimes, but still, this is a relaunch of a series that is entertaining, honestly has some excellent changes, but is dark as hell, to be honest. So, the series in question is, of course, Marvel Zombies. Now, based on my experience of reading the entire previous series, besides the fact it has one unique feature, which I love to no extent, and is my favorite moments in comic book history, is the entrances for characters and how they deal with this horrible situation, both morally and on the battlefield. Now, the relaunch of the series is going to probably be just as gruesome as the previous one, because as we know, zombies are cool and profitable. And also undead, and just seems to keep coming back without any ceasing end. Oh, Walking Dead. So, please, if you have any particular favorite moments from comic book history, especially previous series that you'd like to see revisited, bring it up in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys favored, what was special to you about the previous series, and where you hope this new one goes. Because honestly, I can't spoil it. I know it's been a minute, but I'm not going to spoil it. But the last one ended pretty epically, so we'll see how this one goes. Thank you for joining me with Fresh Off the Press. I appreciate you spending the time to like and subscribe and watch our videos. But honestly, I would like to hear more and more about what you appreciate in the field and what's coming out. What are you excited for? I always have a preference for doing things that are short stories, as in like beginning and end, like a saga. And honestly, I'd like to hear some of your ideas about what could be coming up and what you would like to hear. Thank you. Take care.
Hey collectors, Mario here with another episode from Comics, Con, and Beyond as we step into the Toy Box San Diego Comic Con edition. We're gonna bring you a couple of things that I saw that piqued my eye, but definitely hurt my wallet. So first we're going to start off with Funko and their takeover, bringing over 75 exclusive items from Batman to animations like Ruby and Dragon Ball Z and TV shows like The Big Bang Theory. They also, because it is the 50th year of Comic-Con, they did 3 exclusives. Of course, they did another Batman because it is a Batman year with his 80th year. They did a Batman with a Comic-Con shopping bag. And of course, the iconic toucan, both in a pop form and a Pez, that was actually separated from the actual Comic-Con exclusive booth. They actually had a separate one on the other side of the con that we're only able to get it there. Funko was not the only one that actually had exclusives when it came to the Pops itself. Funimation, continuing their 25th anniversary, had their second Funko of their Chrome series that they're coming out with, which is the Vegeta with the actual Scouter, the first appearance. And then, of course, out of nowhere, Entertainment Earth did a pre-release of Target's exclusives that actually came out early August, with as far as the 10-inch Charmander, the 10-inch Mickey Mouse, and of course the iconic. So those were all available in different parts of the convention itself, and I was happy I was able to get a few of them themselves that, you know, we'll go ahead and show in the unveiling next episode. Leading the way, Sideshow Collectibles did not hold back this year with their amazing display of statues, starting with the Neon Tech Iron Man. Great piece. It is just the colors, the display itself is really amazing. There was actually quite a few displays of Iron Man, of course, you know, after the movie itself. Who doesn't want an Iron Man? You know, I do. You can always check them out at their website. They actually had a few pre-orders and a couple items for sale there. With their biggest surprise this year is the man himself, Fluffy. They actually had an exclusive Fluffy figurine retailing about $80, where he was actually there present signing it for fans. He's actually a big Sideshow fan, so they expect more of him to come. And of course, you know, with other ones coming out, especially with the one I personally pre-ordered was the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales. He has this little like pose as he's about to jump with the sweater swinging everywhere. It's actually pretty amazing, very affordable. You can always check their website. You know, they have great deals. You know, they are a little bit pricey, of course, but very much worth it. I think I've been attending Comic-Con for about 20 years now, and one of the things about Sideshow Collectibles is that, you know, they listen to their fans, is what the fans want, and as it comes, once you actually receive the item, you know, not only do you value it, the actual value itself always goes up, and you're always excited to get, you know, their products, because again, you know, it's done, they listen to their fans, and I can't see, as a collector, I can't see anything better than a company who listens to their fans and getting, the product out there so people can be happy with what they actually received. And of course, we can't forget our friends there at Hasbro, where they brought an amazing collection of items this year, from Power Rangers Lightning Collection, a crossbreed between Ghostbusters and Transformers, some Disney figurines. But I want to say that Star Wars definitely took the lead this year with a Boba Fett figurine, a 3-pack of Luke Skywalker, and of course the introduction of the Sith Trooper from the new upcoming Rise of the Skywalker movie. Am I excited for it? I definitely am. Hasbro definitely made sure that the figurine was up to their Black Series quality, and I believe that it's going to be available online in the near future. Well, that's it for this episode. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up, put everything back into the toy box. I can definitely say that my wallet survived, but just barely. But we will recuperate and come back next year to the wonderful San Diego Comic-Con. Once again, my name is Mario here at Comics Con and beyond. Please comment on everything that you saw today. What you didn't like, what you did like, stuff that you want to see in the future, and of course subscribe. And I will see you next time as we pull more things out of the toy box.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jeremy, logging on for the arcade box for Comics, Cons, and Beyond. Here I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a level up and DLC content for your knowledge updates on what happened this year at Comic-Con 2019. Let's get started. This year we got some great looks at some upcoming games, including Nintendo's Switch exclusive Marvel Ultimate Alliance: The Black Order. Yes, the series has come back, and we got a great test look at it, some demos, got the usual Marvel Ultimate Alliance feel, with the camera angles, you sharing it with 3 other people, and one person gets lost, you lose track, and you screw yourself up. Anyways, it's still a great game. The roster is amazingly updated. The storyline, still great. It's a Marvel game, so Marvel hasn't failed us yet with a good story. Including the fight system, there was a lot to be revealed. A lot of the team mechanics is definitely essential for this game, and we got a great look at it within the demo trailer, but the line still didn't cut it. Following this year, we had some more action game genre coverage with Capcom. Capcom had a great signing with the legendary studio producer for Street Fighter, Yoshinori Ono, who was taking pictures of fans with poster arts, all that fun stuff with his little iconic Blanca little figurine. He revealed some great new art that was produced, great coloring, great stylizing, just overall a Street Fighter feel that is only going to be revealing more and more for the next upcoming Street Fighter games. Alright, Netflix has also released a great trailer footage for The Witcher. The Witcher is based off the game series of the same name, is well known, so if you don't know it, I don't know what the hell you've been playing, but it is wrong. Change your priorities, please. This series has been starring the Superman, Man of Steel himself, Henry Cavill, as our legendary Witcher, Geralt, as he follows the line. I think it's based off of Witcher 2 or 3, I'm not too sure. We only got some test footage and leaked trailer. Overall, fans are insanely happy with how he looks. He captures the role perfectly, and only more to come as we continue this year. Continuing the merge from video games to the little screen that we call home, we have a great crossover between Cartoon Network's OKKO series and the lovable blue hedgehog, Sonic. Yes, he does appear in the latest episode of OKKO. We got a trailer, a little bit clip footage here and there. It's going to have him, Tails, featured on this crossover. They're going to say, who is Sonic? Stuff like that. Honestly, it looks a lot of fun. It's definitely better than a lot of the stuff that's come out recently for Cartoon Network. And the design is way better than what we got from the whole Sonic live action trailer. That mistake was thankfully redone. So he was actually listed for fans. Who would have thought that would increase money? No one? I kind of thought so. We all thought so here. Yeah, so OKKO will be premiering that later on this year. Hopefully, I think it's going to be in the next season. Sonic the Hedgehog has been making headways within the multimedia multiverse, which is great. It's great that we get some love for him, especially after the success of Smash Bros. Continuing on with the rise of the Switch, this is the year of Nintendo for gaming. Gaming has been evolving every now and then, with classics coming back, revitalized allies, such as Hero, the character Hero from Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest has not only been getting a new game, but has now been released for the Switch on Smash Bros. As a DLC character. And let me say, he is broken. He is amazingly overpowered with his MP. You gotta watch out for that. But his spikes are insane. You down B, you have a list of commands that you can do, upgrade him all the way, and you can kamikaze your opponent and just destroy. Hero has gone a shot of light of hope for Akira Toriyama fans, for his art, for the Dragon Quest franchise, and makes me want to get back into the Switch and hopefully buy the new Dragon Quest when it comes out. Not only has Nintendo Switch gotten the Dragon Quest, but Pokemon has finally made its way into the mobile console. Not just the handhelds, the consoles. Pokemon has revealed two of their legendaries, as we've seen before, the Shield and Sword dog Pokemon, as well as a cute little Corgi that's an electric type that is amazing, and only more features are to be released later on this year. Alright, now if you guys finishing patching up that DLC of news, it's time to close it out for Comic-Con 2019. This is the recap for the arcade box coming from Comic Cons and Beyond in front of the Great Hole C, right over to this side onwards. I'm Jeremy Gibbs for Comic Cons and Beyond, and I'm logging out. Bye.
All right, fans, that was a lot of great stuff coming to you from the 2019 Comic-Con wrap-up here at Comics Cons and Beyond. Our special thanks to everybody who presented, our normal rogue gallery of presenters. We had Adam, of course. We had Mario. We had Jeremy, as well as me, Lawrence C. Gibbs. As always, give a like, ring the bell, leave some comments, and remember to subscribe. That's right, subscribe to Comics Cons and Beyond. From all of us at Comics Cons and Beyond, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.